Okay, a brief introduction to clipping masks and layer masks. I've set this up. I've got layer 2 here. That's our green tartan. And our purple gingham here is on layer 1. I've gotten an image from Unsplash and split it into 2 layers here. Half on one, half on the other. If I turn this image on here, on layer 2, I'm going to tap the layer and I'm going to choose mask, which is right here. And now, with the layer mask on, anything in here that is white allows everything on this layer to show. Anything on this layer that is black will cause this layer to be transparent underneath it. And anything gray on the layer mask will mean that the image on this layer 2 is going to be translucent. So let's start with the layer mask here. Everything is white. I am going to use a gray color. As you can see here, I'm just using a medium gray. I am using, it's a hard gel pen. Let's go down to our airbrushing right here. I'm going to choose the hard brush. Yeah, hard brush is good. And I've got it set to 20%, which, as you can see, whenever I tap outside, I've got the brush preview on so you can see how large it's going to be. If I start painting over this, then you get a transparency. If I then make this darker and paint over, you get more of a transparency. And if I go all the way to black, then it is completely transparent. This allows you to see partially or fully through your image that is on top without actually destroying the image itself. You can turn the layer mask on and off in order to see. And that's how a layer mask works. It allows you to non-destructively show what is beneath the layer that it is attached to. So then we're going to go over here to this image, which is actually on top of our purple gingham. And if I set this to clipping mask right here, then it is only going to show where there is something on the layer beneath it. So, since all of layer 1 has this purple gingham on it, then that's where you see this image. If I then go here to layer 1 and draw something, let's put this down, you will see the picture above instead of the color that you're using, which in this case is black. If I turn the clipping mask off of this, you don't see anything below it. Let's create another layer, and I am going to draw a little blobby line here and fill it in. And now if I clip this to this layer, you see it. But if I turn this layer off, that blob goes away because it is attached to the inserted image here. If I clip my inserted image, you can still see the blob, but only where there is pixels colored in on layer 1, because layer 1 allows the inserted image to show, and what is showing on the inserted image is the only thing that can be used on the layer 7 image. That way you can actually take your layer 7 image using the soft brush, and let's use a light gray color. And you can shade in here. And that allows you to use a picture against an image and shade just on top of that picture. Layer masks are used most often for shading purposes. If I set this to multiply, then you can see that even better. You can see where I am slowly darkening this to shade it in. If I then take this clipping mask off, you can see the whole mess that we created on it. If I take this clipping mask off, then we no longer see what is below it because it's no longer clipped to it. Once again, the layer mask allows you to put transparencies on, and the clipping mask allows you to show what's beneath an image. Now we're going to get fancy. I'm going to take this and duplicate it. Let's turn this one off. I'm going to take this one and move it over here. And then let's move this down to here. This is now clipped. Layer 2 is clipped to layer 1. So layer 2 only shows where layer 1 is. And it has a layer mask to show through layer 2 only where the black is, or translucently where the grays are. So that's how you can actually stack those. I don't know where you would use that sort of thing, but it's possible. I hope this tutorial has helped you out, and you have a wonderful day.